AT&T has settled with the FTC over deceptively marketing unlimited plans. If you're an old school AT&T customer, you might be about to get a refund. Hi, I'm Chris from the Mobile Internet Resource Center, here to share with you an update on a story we first ran way back in 2014 when this site was actually very brand new. It's one of the first stories we covered. And that was the FTC suing AT&T over deceptively marketing unlimited data plans. Now this actually goes back even further to 2011 and before, when AT&T first brought out the original iPhone with an unlimited data plan on it, and they continued those plans on for just a little while. And then, people actually used all that unlimited data, and AT&T decided to change the terms unilaterally and without telling people, so that those unlimited plans, after 5 gigabytes a month of usage, would be basically thrown into the slow lane for the rest of the month. Now, a lot of those customers never realized that they were being penalized like this. AT&T never disclosed this. AT&T apparently had internal focus groups where they even had their own employees say, is this okay to change the terms like this? And their own employees said, it's misleading. Our focus groups don't like this idea. So the FTC stepped in and said, you can't do this. You advertise these plans as unlimited. You can't change the terms. You never had fine print to begin with. And AT&T has been fighting the FTC for years. And the big fight against the FTC was that the FTC had no jurisdiction over them. This is the government's Federal Trade Commission. Eventually AT&T lost that case, and just yesterday they announced that they're paying a $60 million settlement. So, if you happen to have had an AT&T plan way back, probably one of those original iPhone plans, you're now actually entitled to a part of that $60 million settlement, very likely. AT&T will be working out who those impacted customers are. There's about 3.5 million of them. And if you're still an AT&T customer, you'll be getting a credit on your bill within the next 90 days. And if you are no longer an AT&T customer, you'll be getting mailed a check to help credit you for that misleading statements way back when. Now, even way back in 2014, all the carriers had responded to the pressure from the FTC and the threats of a big lawsuit like this to change how they treated and marketed unlimited plans, to be much more upfront with the fine print, disclosing what the real limits to the unlimited plans were. And in particular, the big change that happened was the FTC and the FCC saying unlimited and then hard throttling for the remainder of the month doesn't seem quite fair. The practice that the FTC agreed with was, okay, carriers, you're allowed to manage your network. If you've got high usage, your towers are congested, you need to be able to respond to that. So the carriers started introducing network management limits instead of hard throttles, and that is a much better consumer experience. So this way you're only subject to slowdowns when the tower is actively congested, instead of a punitive slowdown that impacts you 24/7 until your bill resets. So we have the FTC and the FCC and the pressure that they put years ago to thank for that much friendlier change. And now, since AT&T started the trend of deceptive marketing, they're now agreeing to not do anything like that again. They're going to have much more clearly disclosed limits and fine print that will not be hidden in super tiny writing, not be on a separate page. It'll be upfront. And those people who were there between 2011 and 2014, if you have an AT&T plan from way back when, look for your refund. So, taking a look at the bigger impact of how this has hit the industry, all the carriers still have unlimited plans. They actually have more unlimited plans now than they did years ago, but they are much more upfront about what the actual limits are, and they get pretty creative about limits on how much hotspot data you might have, how much your video speeds might be throttled to reduce your video streaming resolutions, what your network management threshold might be. That's where the slowdown might hit when you're on a congested tower. Maybe there might be a speed cap tied to your unlimited plan, and so on. So the carriers are still being very creative in marketing what unlimited is, and a lot of consumers are still very confused around that unlimited word with that asterisk floating next to it. So still room for more consumer clarity, but at least with some pressure from the government and some pressure from regulators, maybe the carriers will try not to keep it too deceptive going forward.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.